Hel- Hello, hello, happy Saturday. Let's go ahead and go through your sentences for chapter 14, exercise 5. So, we'll go through all of these carefully. I will tell you, I just missed there are some words your book hasn't actually given to you. So we'll make sure to do those right at the beginning. So if that's the only thing you need, you've got it. So here we go. The words you need to know. Some of you may already know this one. Casa, kasai means house. So it's first declension feminine. Then kiwis, kiwis. Whoops, sorry. Means citizen. That is a third declension noun. And then the last one is nubis, nubis. That is feminine. Okay. Oh, and kiwis is masculine. So nubis, nubis means cloud. All right. So if that's all you needed, then you're good to go and you can ignore the rest of this video. If not, hold on and let's get going. So we have iter animalium ad finem maris erat longum. Okay. Now, some of you may be able to immediately translate this. The annoying thing is I want you to also parse and label. Don't ask you to do it often, but we got to do it every now and then. So iter animalium. Okay. Iter only has one parsing option, right? That form, well, it's neuter, so it has two options. It's either nominative or accusative. Given that it's in the first place, it is nominative, singular, and like I just said, it's neuter. So that is our subject, iter animalium. Okay, where is our verb in this sentence? It's all the way over here, and it is a linking verb. So whenever you've got a linking verb in a sentence, for the most part, you can pretty much read the sentence straight across and it's gonna make sense, even in English. Okay, what gender is animalium? That I is showing up because it is an I stem noun, but the rest of the ending is still what you're used to seeing. It is a third declension noun, animalium. So it is, shows up in genitive, plural. What gender is it? Animal is a neuter noun. So genitive, plural, neuter. How do we label genitives? Well, we might have to look at the context. Iter animalium. Journey of the animals, though, seems pretty likely. So for now, let's call it a PNA, possessive noun adjective. Ad is a preposition, which makes finem object of the preposition. Okay. What case number and gender is finem? EM is telling us it is accusative, singular. What gender is finis? Finis is masculine. Maris is IS, third declension noun. So that's telling us it's genitive, singular. What gender is mare maris? It's a neuter noun. So genitive, singular, neuter. And let's, for now at least, label it PNA. We can revise that if we need to. Okay, longum is a adjective, right? If it's on the other side of a linking verb, what kind of adjective is it? It's a predicate adjective. What's our case number and gender? Well, it needs to match the noun it's modifying. If iter is our subject, our predicate is modifying iter. So that is nominative, singular, neuter. Okay, iter animalium. The journey of the animals ad finem, to the boundary or edge or end, maris, genitive, of the sea, erat, was, longum, long. The journey of the animals to the boundary of the sea was long. If you have a slightly different word that you'd like to use for boundary that makes it sound a bit better in English, go for it. Mine's a little awkward sounding. I'd have to do some finesse if I was trying to make it a really pretty sentence. That's it. Okay, this next sentence is one that has two of those words that your book should have given you and didn't. So kasai and kiwium. So we've got here and here. So kasa kasai is first declension. And then kiwium is second. Let's find our verb first though. Where's the verb? Errant. That's from eramerasarat, eramasaratasarat. So it's a linking verb, right? Okay. So we have a plural verb here. Let's parse it. Oh, you know what? Sorry, back one. We forgot to parse erat. Erat is third person, singular. What tense is eramerasarat? Was, so imperfect. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's parse errant right off the bat so I don't forget. Errant is third person, plural, and this one is also imperfect because we've got the ERA. Okay, so if it is third person plural, we are looking for a subject that is plural. Let's check kasai. Can that be plural subject? Yes, it can. So nominative, AE is a nominative, plural ending. What gender? It's a feminine noun. It's just your typical first declension noun that's feminine. That is our subject. Kiwium. That is a third declension noun. So that means this is genitive, plural. What gender did we say it was? Masculine. Genitive, plural, masculine. Genitive will default do PNA until we find out if it's a genitive of origin or some other thing. Okay. Given that it's a person, it's probably not going to be a genitive of material. Okay. Non errant. Remember, we don't need to worry about labeling known. Magnai is, it's on the other side of a linking verb and it's an adjective. So it is the predicate adjective. Predicates must agree with the nouns they modify. Well, adjectives must, which means it is nominative, plural, feminine. Okay. So remember, linking verb sentences are much easier to translate because we can pretty much read straight across. Kasai, the houses. Kiwium, of the Kiwis citizen, of the citizens. Okay. And yes, this is a possessive noun adjective, not a genitive of material. That would be very disturbing. So the houses of the citizen, non errant, were not magnai, large. Okay. All right. Number 3. Nauem in mare vidimus. Let's start with our verb. Where's the verb? It's at the very end, vidimus. That is not a linking verb, is it? Okay. So we've got a mus ending and our stem is wid. Weed. What verb does that come from? Video, videre, vidi, visum. Okay, so what conjugation is it? First or second or third? It is second conjugation. We've got the long E and we've got the E showing up in our first principal part. So that is telling us that this I vowel here is not present tense, right? It's in fact using our perfect stem, which means it is perfect tense. E is it, imus is errant. You're welcome for that. Okay, so imus is perfect stem. The mus is still the same person and number we're used to, so first person plural. If we've got a first person verb, generally that means we don't have a separate subject. Every now and then it could be like, we people are walking down the street or something like that. And so then you can sometimes, but generally you're not going to have a separate subject. So vidimus is we, and then we said it's perfect tense. So we saw. And if you want to, you can go ahead and label the subjects in there. You don't have to, that's an optional label, but it can clear things up. Okay. We saw nawem, let's parse it. That's from nawis, which is accusative. What number is it? It is singular. What gender is it? It is a feminine noun. Okay, which means it is our direct object. In is a preposition. Mari, careful, this one's annoying. Okay, mare maris is a third declension noun, but it's an I stem noun. So why is this I showing up? Because in the ablative, neuter I stem nouns have that I ending, ablative singular. So ablative singular neuter. Your fact that it's after this preposition is a really nice clue for you, because what cases can come after prepositions? Either accusative or ablative. Those are your only options. So even though the I ending, various, is, e, your or e for I stems, even though you're used to seeing it in dative, it can't be for an object of the preposition. It can't be dative, which means it must be an I stem ablative. Okay, so preposition, object of the preposition, ablative, singular, neuter for Mari. Okay, so we saw direct object, a ship. Preposition, in or on. Let's go with on. Mari, the sea. We saw a ship on the sea. Could be in the sea, but to me, that makes my brain think it's sunk, which I don't necessarily think is the intent. Could be. You need context to know. Okay, another one down. 2 more to go. Ooh, long one for number 4. Parentes aurum circum colum infantis posuerunt. So let's start with the easy things to find. Let's go to our verb. Posuerunt is the last word, which is always where you want to look for the verb, even though it's not always there. Good place to start. Posuerunt, it's not a linking verb. What's our ending? Okay, some of you might have gone unt and stopped there, but it's actually erunt. What verb is it from? It is from pono, ponere, posui, positum. Okay, so where is that S showing up? It's showing up in your third principal part, which tells us what tense is it? It's perfect tense. And our ending, erunt, not just unt. Okay, so perfect tense, erunt, e ist die it, imus ist es erunt, third person, plural, third plural perfect. Okay, all right, let's see what else is super easy. Oh, circum is easy, that's just a preposition, right? Which means the word right after it is the object of the preposition. Let's look a little closer at colum while we're at it. If it's object of the preposition, it can only be one of 2 cases, either accusative or ablative. Is an accusative ending? Yes, it is. It's definitely not an ablative ending, right? We've never had show up in the ablative. So we know it is accusative. Is it singular or plural? It is singular. And what gender is colum? It's a neuter noun. Colum, coli is neuter. Okay. Infantis is right next door. Let's go ahead and do that one. Is going to show up where? Short is, not long is. So it's definitely genitive, singular. What gender is infans, infantis? Well, it could actually be either one, masculine or feminine. So you can choose one. You could write masculine and feminine, or in some grammars, you'll see them just do C for common. So that's an indication it can go either masculine or feminine because obviously babies are both boys and girls. All right, genitive. So colon means neck. Infantis is obviously baby. So neck of the baby is probably going to be a possessive noun adjective. We'll go back and edit if we need to. Okay, we've got the second half of the sentence done. Parentes aurum is all that's left. So parentes, let's parse it. Es could be nominative or accusative plural, right? Third declension. But if we look at our verb, it's third person plural. So high chance this is your subject, right? Nominative, plural, subject. What gender is parentes? That is also one that could be common, but we're going to call it masculine because that's kind of the default of these things. So, no, actually, let's be consistent. Let's go ahead and make it common. So your book listed as masculine / feminine. So I will accept either or both, or you can start using C for common. All right. Aurum. Aurum is what? Means gold. And it is accusative case. Aurum auri is your dictionary entry. So it is a what gender? Neuter noun. We know it's not nominative because it can't be our subject because our verb is plural. So accusative, singular, right? That's why we were saying it can't be. So accusative is used for the object of the preposition like we did here, but also just the direct object. Okay, let's translate. Parentes, the parents. Posuerunt, what tense is that? Perfect tense, so we need past. Pono means to put, set, or place. So placed, past tense. Aurum, what does that mean? Gold. The parents placed gold. Circum colum. Circum means around. Colum, the neck. Infantis, of the infant or baby. Okay, and this is referring to like a necklace or something like that. Specifically, it's referring to the custom of using a bulla, B-U-L-L-A, and that was seen as a good luck charm that children would wear for all of their childhood. So until a boy, I believe the number is 14, became a man, and until a girl was married, they would wear a bulla. All right, last one, guys. Parve nubes sunt in caelo. This one's a little bit easier. So parve nubes sunt in caelo. Nubes, remember, was the word that we had to give you a gloss for. Nubes, nubis. Okay, so your nominative singular of nubes is actually also nubes, but that doesn't change the fact that it's also the es ending ace in nominative and accusative plural. So you've got nubes, nubis, nubi, nubem, nubi, or sorry, nube, nubes, nubium, nubibus, nubes, nubibus. So my point is it can be singular or plural and it looks the same just because of the weirdness of this particular word. So don't get distracted on this one and go, oh, but this is es and that's the nominative form. It can still, or the nominative singular, it can still be plural. All right, so where's our verb? Parve nubes sunt is our verb, and it is a linking verb. It's a form of to be. All right, so how would we parse sunt? Sum es est, sumus estis sunt. It is third person, plural, present tense. In is just a preposition, which makes Kylo the object of the preposition. What case is Kylo? Comes from Kylum, Kylie. So O is ablative. Singular, what gender? Neuter. Okay, parvai nubes sunt. Well, our verb is plural, which tells us that nubes, even though it has the same form in the singular, it's actually plural in this situation. So nubes, nominative, plural. What gender did we say nubes was? Whoops. We said it was feminine. And then parvai is also a clue that it's feminine because we've got a feminine ending here, right? AE. This is an adjective modifying nubes, right? So assuming we're correct, that means it is also plural feminine. And if we look at our endings, yes, that is a nominative plural feminine ending. Okay, so we label parvai as just an adjective. Nubes is our subject. We are done with all of that. Parvai nubes. Parvus is small, right? Small clouds sunt are in Kylo, the sky. And that is that. So there's everything. I'll give you a bit of a zoom out to kind of see it all at once. And there you go. You can contact me if you have questions, or we will discuss questions in class next week. Gracias, and we will see you next time.